During the Middle Ages, there was 1,000 years of darkness. But out of the darkness came this wonderful thing called the Renaissance. But the Renaissance was only the beginning.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
After the Renaissance came a period known as the Enlightenment. The Enlightenment was another great step forward that's going to change everything. It's going to emphasize science, and it's going to emphasize thinking. But what caused this period we call the Enlightenment? Let's start with technology. Amazing new inventions such as the microscope and the telescope allowed us to see things that we had never seen before and therefore make new discoveries and new advancements in science. But the most important invention that comes out of this time is the printing press. How important is the printing press?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's like the most important thing ever! It's pretty much like fire and then the printing press. Now everybody could afford books, and all these new great ideas can be spread all over the world.
Like, oh my god!
To go along with this came a scientific revolution, and it all started with a guy by the name of Francis Bacon. Yes, his name is actually Bacon. Bacon. Bacon came up with this idea of a scientific method, an absolute process about how to go about conducting experiments. During this time, Isaac Newton will come up with his 3 laws of motion and his law of gravity. Also during this time, Galileo will discover many new things in the sky and agree with a guy by the name of Copernicus that the Earth actually goes around the sun. Also during this time, a new thinker by the name of Rene Descartes will come along who will be writing about the power of the human mind. Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." Then let's talk about the kings themselves. During the Middle Ages and during the Renaissance, kings were thought to have divine right, which means they were granted power by God himself, and people didn't question it. But during the Enlightenment, people started to question the decisions that kings and queens were making, especially when they started sending off all kinds of people to war to fight over what seemed like absolutely nothing.
Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
And people really started to question government when thinkers such as Baron de Montesquieu and John Locke came along. In his book, The Spirit of the Laws, Baron de Montesquieu said that laws were made by men and that they could be wrong. This was completely unheard of at the time. And John Locke said that everybody is entitled to life, liberty, and property. Does this sound familiar to anybody? And because of the way that people will react to this new way of thinking about government, this is sometimes called the Age of Revolution. So what was the impact of the Enlightenment? It's going to change the way people think about science, it's going to change the way people think about the church, and most of all, it's going to change how people think about government.